Hey guys, it's AJ from Sexy in the City here, coming back to you again after Songkran. As I said, I didn't want to make any videos during Songkran as it was a bit too chaotic and too much going on, and anyways, that's all over. So those of you who are planning on coming back to Pattaya now that the water is finished, this is your time to do so. What we're going to talk about this week is actually something not geared towards those of you who come here for the partying and the discos and the nightclubs and the nightlife. What we're going to talk about is for those of you who come with a family to Pattaya, what activities are there for kids in Pattaya? Many people bring families to Pattaya. Despite some folks' opinion, this is still a great place to bring a family, has great daytime activities, has great things to go ahead and keep you busy and occupied, and your kids as well. What I'm going to really be focused on here is kids from about the age of about 4 till about 12. Kind of that sweet spot there. Really young kids is not really my expert area, and for those it's probably better to stay in the hotel room or bring around. They won't really know what's going on anyways. So we're going to focus on places to go if you bring children with you to keep them occupied in the daytime in Pattaya. So, a couple of recommendations. Number one, where to stay. Staying in central Pattaya is allowed. Contrary to belief, despite the amount of nightlife and discos and nightclubs, etc., you bring the kids out during the day, there's nothing to see. I'd probably stay, honestly, off of walking down some of the Soi 6 and the other streets, but really it's not that bad. It's just hostesses and waitresses sitting outside, waiting for customers to come inside and order a drink. They really won't notice much of anything. But many people prefer to stay in Jomtien or Naklua. Both are quieter, have a lot of great, cheaper and low-income rent and low-income, not housing, but guest houses, hotels, etc. from there to stay at. Jomtien gets a lot of people from Russia, but it gets a lot of families from around the world, French, Belgium, Scandinavian as well there, and it's very quiet. However, most of the kids' activities and places to bring them are centralized. You also have some places like the Dusit and the Royal Cliff and the Hilton that, although pricey, have specific children's zones, daycare, nurseries, little indoor theme park areas, etc. But what I'm going to focus on is where to bring the kids in Pattaya Central. So, you've got a shopping mall called Harbor Shopping Mall. Harbor Shopping Mall calls itself the Family Shopping Mall. And the reason why is because it's got 7 levels, and most of those levels are dedicated to places to bring your kids to. Such as, you've got a skating rink, and not really a rink, but more of a course that wraps around the entire floor. You've also got a mini BMX course where they give the kids little BMX bikes, little ramps, they can kind of run around and see what's going on in there. All of these attractions, by the way, are affordably priced, usually about $10 US. On the top floor is actually the biggest kids playland in Asia, Harborland. Harborland, any kid, and even a kid at heart like me, looks at it, it's like, oh my goodness, this is awesome. Tons of tunnels, ball pits, climbing walls, everything you can imagine that as a kid for them to explore and play with other kids. It's pretty awesome. Mazes, etc. Again, pretty affordable, about $10 US. Also in Harbor Mall, you have an ice skating rink, which is about $12 US for about an hour. They have different sessions throughout the day that you can go ahead and set up with your kids to go through. They also have kid-level ice skating. So it's these little penguins that they push along, not real penguins, obviously. I mean, that'd be awkward. Come to Pattaya and you have penguins your kids are pushing. Not going to happen. But little penguin trolleys that they can kind of make their way across and go on and have a good time with you or even with trained staff, same as the skating rink, to go on. There's also a place called Snowland right next to the ice skating rink, which has about a 15-foot mini snow slope where they can go down and not skiing, but they go down on inner tubes down to the bottom and see what's going on. They can build snow castles, throw snowballs at each other. That's a lot of fun, especially for kids that don't see snow often. Lots of Thai kids go there too as they don't see snow. You've also got laser tag and a trampoline park in Harbor. The trampoline park I've done as an adult. It's pretty awesome. You can bounce off the walls, basketball hoops. They've got great staff that really watch your kids' safety and what's going on as well. And adults can get into it too if you want. The laser tag, I'd strongly recommend going in with the kids. Again, a session is about $10 US or about 300-400 baht. Lasts about 15 to 30 minutes. Going against another team. The kids will have a blast, blasting the other team, kids running around, having a great time. It's a whole day out. You've got to check out Harbor Shopping Mall. They all, excuse me. They also have some other great stuff there too. They have a cooking school for kids. They have a robot land where they can build their own robots and watch them mechanized and go across the area. They even have taekwondo and babysitting. Check out Harborland. It's located on Central Pattaya Klang by Big C Extra, almost by the highway. Very easy to find. Most taxis in Pattaya know where it's at. What else? You've got Underwater World. It's the biggest underwater aquarium in Asia. It's got all sorts of different species. Walk the kids along, take a look what's going on. You've got tons of sharks, ton of manta rays. The kids will have a blast. You've got several other animal zoos I mentioned in other videos, like the Tiger Park, the Snake Zoo, the Crocodile Park. All of them are kid friendly. Kids will have fun. Of course, I made a whole video on this. I'm not going to go back. Look for my water park video. Cartoon Network or Ramayana for the kids. Cartoon Network is the better option for them. You've got Central Festival, which on the 4th floor has a whole kids area with a ballpark, with a fun house, with little things they can drive around, right next to Toys R Us on the 4th floor of Central Festival as well. You've got a magic show in Pattaya, located not far from Soy 6, around the corner by Big C. Kids really love that. I've even seen people bring their kids to Ladyboy cabaret shows. Now wait, you say, a Ladyboy show? It's a cabaret, it's got singing, it's got dancing, they're excited, they're clapping. There's nothing that you wouldn't want your kids to see at the Ladyboy shows that they can also have a good time. If you've got a little bit older kids and they're brave, you can take them go-kart racing. You've got two great go-kart tracks, one located right by Walking Street and one in Jomtien. The one in Jomtien, if you've got really brave kids, has a bungee jump and some other items as well that the kids will enjoy. You got Flight of the Gibbon outside of Pattaya, which is one of the world's biggest zipline parks for older and braver kids and adults to kind of ride around and see what happens. And a lot of kids just like to go out on the ocean, go out, do parasailing, especially older, go out to the Monkey Island. Bottom line is, there is a ridiculous amount of stuff to do here for your children. Don't be afraid to bring them to Pattaya, especially for a 1 or 2 day trip, to bring them around and see what you have going on. You have a dinosaur park located off of the highway, off of Sukhumvit. You have Nong Nooch Garden, which is full of elephants. You have the elephant park outside of Pattaya. I could go on and on. But for people who say there's nothing to do here, there is. Last but not least, I mentioned it too before, is Ripley's Believe It or Not on the top floor of Royal Garden. The kids love Ripley's Believe It or Not. The haunted house for young kids is a bit too intense, but the actual, the Scream in the Dark, the laser thing, which if you've seen the movie Entrapment with Catherine Zeta-Jones showing her booty while going under all the tray, you're like, whoa, that looks good. Same thing, the kids are trying to pretend to rob a bank, click a thing on the end and get back. So, bottom line, to wrap this video up, if you want to bring your kids to Pattaya, Pattaya has a lot of activities and a lot of things to do. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. I hope to see you next week in Pattaya, Thailand. I will be back on a regular basis. Take care of yourselves and each other. See you next week. Thank you.